Hey everyone, welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to show you guys what I've been working on in the background. I decided to build an OpenClaw hosting platform just as a challenge to myself, and I just wanted to put it out there and see if it gains any traction. And I want to show you guys what I did and talk about the features and how it works, and I want to show you guys some examples. So as you guys can see on my screen, this is the landing page. So I spent quite a bit of time trying to get this to look nice. I wanted to add some effects here and throughout the website, like these cards have these colors that go around it. So that was pretty cool. And everything you guys see was all built with AI. So I had to obviously guide it and tell it what to do, but it did a pretty good job. As you guys can see on the screen, the landing page looks pretty good. And I won't bore you guys too much with the landing page. You guys can check it out if you guys are interested. I'll put it in the description for you. As you guys can see there's like effects here. Try to make it a little bit, fun instead of a boring website. So as you guys know, OpenClaw has been, talked about a lot in the last few weeks. And there's two ways to host OpenClaw. You can either run it on your personal computer or you can host it on a virtual private server or a VPS. Now there are positives and negatives about, each one. For example, if you run it on your own personal computer, there's a chance that you could get a virus because OpenClaw needs skills installed in order to do things for you. And then on a VPS, you won't need to worry about that because it's not on your computer. It's hosted on a server somewhere else. But of course, there's ups and downs with that as well because you don't get the full capabilities of OpenClaw, like running it on your computer. You have a little bit more capabilities, such as talking to it on the microphone and whatnot, to instruct it to do things. And it could also access your files when it's on your computer, so it can change stuff locally on your computer. And yeah, so today I want to show you guys that. I want to show you guys what I built, and let's get into it. So I'll talk about the model first. I did a bring your own key. So essentially, you bring your own API key from Anthropic or OpenAI. It's up to you. And there's 300 models that are supported here. So you can decide whichever model you want to bring. And I decided to put a $19 a month price on it. But obviously, it's just for fun. I built it for fun. I'm not expecting people to actually use it and try it, but I just, did it for myself as a, I guess, personal project, right? So let's log in. So when you first create an account here, there's no API key. You can go in, you can see the dashboard, you can talk to the agent, but the agent won't do stuff for you like the full features that OpenClaw has. In order to do that, you have to sign up for the trial. I also put a 1 week trial here so people can try it out for 1 week if they want to get an idea of what OpenClaw can do for them. And we're going to set up a bot on Telegram. We're going to talk to it. I'll show you guys how to do that here. We'll also push some code to GitHub. And I'll also ask it to create a little presentation for us. So let's see what it's going to do. So first I'm going to show you guys the demo when you first log in without starting your trial. And you guys can see what that looks like. All right, so now it's asking to confirm your email. So let's go here and confirm our email. Let me refresh this. All right, let's verify this. Okay, so this is for the free users. When they first create an account, they log in, they get to see the dashboard. And I'll show you guys this in more detail when I log into the full account that has all the capabilities. But here you can interact with the agent, but it'll tell you to start your free trial if you want to if you want it to do stuff for you. And I also gave a 30 message limit because it does use API, like it does cost money to do this, right? I have my Anthropic API key here. So I decided to give everybody 30 messages if they want to chat with it, see what it can do for them. They have that ability to do that. So let's just say, let's test this out. So I asked it, what can you do for me? And let's see what it's going to say. Okay, so it knows it's a demo. It's saying in this chat it can do these things, but if you have the full version, it can browse the web for you. It can generate or analyze images. It can set reminders, chat with you on WhatsApp, Telegram. So there's a lot of things it can do for you. And I created this so people who don't want to start the 1 week trial, they can just talk with the AI and get an idea of what it can do for them. And when you are ready to start your 1 week trial, you click Start Free Trial here. Now there is a paywall, a Stripe paywall, but it's not going to charge anybody. It's 7 days free. But I did a lot of research and everyone recommended to put a paywall so you have more serious customers who really want to try it out. But you're not going to get charged. It's 1 week free just for you to get an idea of how it works. And if it actually makes a difference and you really enjoy using it, then some users might want to stay. So let me log out. I also have this light mode, dark mode as well. So I just put it there. All right, let me log out of here and then I'll log in with the full account and I'll show you guys how it works. All right, guys. So here we are with the full account. So if you start your 1 week trial, this is what you'll see. This is the actual OpenClaw chat interface. That's going to be here. This is your instance. I'll just go through these quickly for you guys. I gave each user 3 gigs of RAM. That was a recommended amount of RAM needed so you can have a pretty good experience with OpenClaw. Anything less than that, it might not be able to run its full capabilities. So I did that. So I'll talk more about that in a bit. And then here we go. We got API keys. So this is whatever API key you want to bring from, Anthropic, OpenAI, Google. You just put it in here. You're able to do that. And then there's also other ones here, Open Router, and these other options. And this integrations, this is where, let's say you wanted to connect to your Gmail, your Notion, or your GitHub. The chat will instruct you on how to get your token from them, and you paste that here. And then from there, it's able to, let's say, access your Gmail if you wanted to send emails for you, push code to GitHub, automate tasks on Slack or Notion. So I'm going to show you guys in this video, we're going to push code to GitHub, and I'll show you guys how that's going to work. I already have a token here, but I'll add another one because this is probably expired. And then next here, we got the model. So once you enter your API key, depending on what you have, it'll show you all the available models. So right now, my model is on Opus 4.6, but the higher, the better the model, the more it's going to cost you in terms of, money because you're using the better model. So your balance, let's say you put $20 for your API key, it'll, go down a bit faster than if you're using a lighter model. All right. And this is the personality of your agent. So you can tell it how you want it to behave. So here, I just wanted to show you guys, I said, your name is Neo and you can call me boss man. So I just wanted to make something funny to show you guys, but you can tell it whatever you want. You can say, be direct, be entrepreneurial, be nice, whatever you guys want to say, it'll listen to you. And this is my preferences. So this is your preferences. So whatever you wanted to know about you, you can write here and the AI will remember that about you. So for example, what to call you, what time zone you're in, and you can just add and edit stuff here. All right, and this is the skills. So this is, in order for OpenClaw to do stuff for you, it needs to have skills installed. And when you talk to your agent, you can tell it what you want it to do and it'll know what skills it should install. So in this case, I have a Gmail skill. So it has the ability to go into my Gmail if I wanted to, and it can look at my emails. It can reply to emails. I have Notion, GitHub, Twitter, and this Larry one is just like a marketing skill. So, and here you can see all the skills you have, and here you can search for skills if you want to. And this connects to ClawHub, which is a directory for OpenClaw, which has over 13,000 skills so that your agent can do stuff for you. And you can ask the agent whatever you want it to do, ask it, and it'll figure it out for you and tell you what it wants you to do. Sorry, what it can do for you. And here we have the Files tab. So when I was playing around with the agent, I asked it to create a presentation for me, and it did, but it was saving it on a location on my server, my private server, right? So then I thought about it. I'm like, why don't I create a tab here where whatever files the agent creates for you, it can just store it here and you can come and download it. And I did it for 7 days. So I put a 7-day limit because it uses up memory, right, to store files. So after 7 days, it'll automatically be deleted. But whatever files you wanted to create for you, you can come here, download it, save it on your desktop, and you can work on it later, look at it later. And then this is a Telegram part. So this is where you connect your agent to your Telegram, and you can chat with it while you're away, right? Because you're not always going to be on your computer chatting with your agent. You can talk with it on your phone. And there's 20 or so models supported. So it's not just Telegram. You can talk with it on WhatsApp, Discord. Just tell your agent where you want to communicate with them. It'll help you set it all up. I prefer Telegram because it's really easy, and I'll show you guys how that's going to work in a second. And we'll set up a bot. We'll chat with it. And I'll give you guys that as well. This here is the accounts. This one's not really anything interesting, just your logs. So what's going on with booting, whatever here. This is your account. This is where you can, cancel subscription, reset your password, download your data. This one, it just downloads what you put into personality and your preferences. You can download that. This is a documentation. This is feedback. If anybody wants to give us feedback, I get those messages and I read them. All right, so let's test this out, guys. You guys are here to see that. So let's chat with the agent and see what it's going to say. So first I said hello, and let's see what it's going to say for us. And there's a lot of stuff going on in the chat box. That's just OpenClaw working in the background. So that's normal. Okay, let me ask it, what's your name? So remember I said you're Neo. So he's saying, I'm Neo, your personal AI assistant. What can I do for you, boss man? So you see, it remembered what I told it in the personality, right? So that was pretty cool. And then let me ask it to do a presentation for us, and then we'll look at what it did. In the files section here, it'll show up, and then let's see what it does for us, okay? So I asked it to prepare a presentation about what OpenClaw is and what my platform, PolymathClaw, is, and then it'll prepare that presentation for us. And let's see if it's going to tell us that it's going to be stored in the files tab here. So let's give it a few seconds. All right, guys, so after 1 minute or so, it told me that it prepared a five slide presentation about what OpenClaw is and what PolymathClaw is. And it told me, I didn't even ask for it, but it told me that it saved it in the files tab here. Okay, so let's go see what it did for us. So as you guys can see here in the files tab, here's a presentation. It's an HTML format, but you can ask it to do a PowerPoint presentation or a PDF, and it'll actually create it in that format that you want it to be. So let's go here. So there you go, something quick it whipped up. I mean, it's not too bad for literally a 1 minute task. And of course, if you have any specific designs or any specific texts and whatnot you want it to say, you can just specify it. But not bad for something that was literally under 1 minute, right? So, and you can even tell it to do it in your Telegram. It'll tell you, and it'll save it here in your files tab. It can do research for you. You can say, by tomorrow morning, find me 5 business ideas. And if you wanted to even do coding for you can say code and push it to my GitHub. And that's what we're gonna do in a bit. For now, I'm gonna show you guys how to connect it to Telegram, and we're gonna chat with our agent in Telegram. So as you guys can see here, I already have a bot connected, but I'm gonna disconnect it and connect a new one so you guys see how it's done. And every time you connect and disconnect a bot, it takes 2 to 3 minutes for the agent to boot up again. So as you guys can see here, now the chat interface is loading because I disconnected the bot. And same thing when you remove like an API key here, it'll take a couple minutes to boot up again, and then you can start talking to it. So while we're waiting for that to boot up, we're gonna create a bot here, okay? So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna open Telegram, and here I already have it linked for you guys. You click the bot father, and then you open your Telegram, and then you create a bot, right? So let's say you do /new bot, you do that, and it's asking for a name. Now, most of these names are taken, so I'm gonna try something random here. Let's do Nerdy Purdy, and now it's asking for a name for the bot. So I'm going to try the same thing, but with _bot. Okay, perfect. So that worked. So then what you're going to do, you're going to take this HTTP API key that it's given to you. You're going to take that, and you're going to paste it here in your dashboard. Okay, you're going to do that, connect it, and then click connect. And again, that's going to take 2 to 3 minutes to boot up your instance. So once that's done, I'm going to show you guys what happens after that. All right, guys, so we are back. The instance here, the chat box here loaded. So now we're going to go back to Telegram. We're going to click open in Telegram. We're going to open this. And now this is our bot, as you guys can see, Nerdy Purdy, right? So we're going to click start. And you guys can see here it says typing. So now the bot is going to say something to us, and it knows it's a Saturday evening. And I also have it on my phone, as you guys can see. So the same chat that you guys see on the screen is also here. So when I'm not on my computer, I can talk with it, when you're at work or when you're somewhere else. So that's pretty cool. As you guys can see, I asked it what it can do for me, and it said it can do all these everyday things for us. It can do coding, it can do draft emails, create PDFs, analyze comma separated values like Excel sheets and everything. It can create images for you based on what API you have. If you have the OpenAI one or the Google Gemini one, it can do TikTok marketing. It can do a lot of stuff for you guys. So that's pretty cool. That's how you set up the Telegram. Now let's go back. Now let's try to push some code into our GitHub. So let's go into GitHub. Let's go to the chat first and let's ask it, I want you to help me set up GitHub. So I managed to paste the GitHub API token and I gave it a couple minutes to boot up. So now let's see if it has access. So now it's all set up and we're going to ask it to push some code to our repo, and it's going to create a new repository with code in it. Right now I don't have a repository. Okay, so now as you guys can see, I don't have a repository here. So it's going to create one. I'm just going to tell it to do a hello world Python script, okay? So let's go into our GitHub now and let's check what it did for us. So let's refresh this. So there you go. You guys see there's a hello world repository here. And when we click on it, there it is, hello world. So pretty cool, right? If you want it to work in the background for you and go connect to your GitHub and push code, it can do that for you too. So that's a pretty cool feature. And if you guys want to know what your agent can do, you guys can talk to it here. It'll instruct you, guide you. And if you guys want to know how I built this, so I built the entire thing with Claude Code. It took me about 2 weeks or so to do. And the virtual private server I'm using is here with Hetzner. So it was either that or DigitalOcean, but Hetzner was a lot cheaper. It's $55 per month for a 32 gigabyte of RAM server. So this can only accommodate about 10 users, right? And if you start to scale, then you need to either request more RAM or you need to set up another server. Now it's the easiest option is to request more RAM, but they want to see like a billing history with you before they allow you to get more RAM. But like I said, guys, I built this for fun. I built this just to see if I could actually do it. And it was challenging, but also rewarding because there was a lot of bugs, a lot of things I had to fix and prompt Claude to do. But overall, it was really, really fun and challenging. So if you guys want to try it out free for 1 week, I'll put the link in the description. Go try it out. See what it can do for you just for fun. Even if you guys cancel after the 1 week, totally fine. And if you guys can send feedback like after, like what did you guys enjoy? What do you think I should add to this? And I'll make those improvements. And again, this is something I'm personally using. So even if nobody else uses it, it doesn't matter. I put it out there into the world and mostly as a personal project. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.